ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्मयेधि वेदस्य आणीस्थः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु भक्तारमवतु भक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति 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 हरिः ॐ. Om, may my speech be accorded with the mind. May my mind be accorded with the speech. O self-effulgent one Brahman, reveal thyself to me. May you both speech and mind be the carriers of the highest truth to me. May not all that I have heard depart from me. May I be able to join day and night through this study with Brahman. I shall utter what is verbally true. I shall utter what is mentally true. May that Brahman protect me. May that Brahman protect the teacher. May that protect me. May that protect the teacher. Om, peace, peace. Peace be unto you all. Good morning. This morning I am going to speak little bit philosophical thing, Indian basic philosophy. But Indian philosophy is such a thing that it has some spiritual components also. At one point, philosophy, spirituality, religion was not very, finely distinguished from each other. But now, these divine things are distinctly separated and studied individually. So, the title is very philosophical title this morning is Spiritualistic Monism. So monism means, mono means one. So monism means oneness. Everything is oneness. You are familiar. Actually, this philosophy, basically the Indian people, they are aware of this philosophical concept. Only few confusions are there, and this talk is for that. And I would like to connect the philosophy and spirituality. And I would try to mark that why Vedanta is so close in this concept with between philosophy and spirituality. Other religions of the world are little bit, diverse. I shall point out that area also. So, I would start from the Upanishadic age. The different ages are there, like as for example, you can take Veda. We say the Veda. Veda is infinite, ancient, and when Veda was nobody, no individual, they composed Veda. Like Bible. Bible is the teachings of Jesus. Quran. Quran is the teachings of Muhammad. Then Tripitaka. Tripitaka, Buddha's message. So we know in each major religion, behind their major scripture, there is a person. But Veda, if you ask me, who wrote Veda? Nobody knows. Because Veda was not written by an individual. So, that is why it is called Apaurusheo. Purusha means individual. There is no individual behind the composing of this Veda. So this Veda in Sanskrit, this Veda is called Apaurusheo. No individual is involved in composing this Veda. So there is a pre-Vedic period. If we, search it in this way, historical perspective, then we can find that there is a pre-Vedic period. And there was some concept. And then Vedic period came. After this Vedic period means Vyasa, Vyasa is called Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa is the father of Veda. But Vedavyasa did not compose Veda. What Vedavyasa did, Vedavyasa actually, he is called Krishna Dvaipayan Vedavyasa. And we should know that the Guru Purnima, it is considered, we don't know when he was born. This character is connected with Mahabharata, that Krishna Dvaipayan Vedavyasa, the full name is that. And this Guru Purnima, he is considered as Guru. Why he is considered as Guru? Because he organized Vedas. The 4 Vedas, we can find it, 4 Vedas, and then we can find that each Veda, there are 4 sections. So, he organized all this. That is why he is called the father of Vedas, he is the Guru. So, his birthday is considered as the Guru Purnima. So, Guru Purnima's significance is that Vedavyasa's Krishna Dvaipayan. Krishna means he was very dark color. And Dvaipayan means, Dvipa means the island. So he was born in an island. So Krishna Dvaipayan. That is why his name came in this way. And Vedavyasa means, his name is Vyasa, but Veda, he organized the Veda. That is why Krishna Dvaipayan Vedavyasa. Now he organized that, he did not write that. So he organized that Vedavyasa. That is the Vedic period. Then after Vedic period, we find the Upanishadic period. So this is the Upanishadic period. We find Upanishads are there. Upanishads are, I have mentioned that there are 4 sections in each Veda. So that is the Samhita or Brahmana. And these 4 sections are connected with 4 stages of human development. How it is connected with human development? What is the first life of a human being? The student life. The student life is connected with the first section of Veda, and that is called Samhita or Mantra. They chant. See, in the beginning of this lecture, I chanted. So this all chanting comes to that section, Vedavyasa. Even there is Shikshabulli, what a student should do. After his graduation, what a student should do. Everything is given in that section. So, that is the Samhita or Mantra section. Then the next section, what is the next stages of human life, human development? That is the garhastha, the household life. After student life, they enter into the household life. So household life is called garhastha, household life. So brahmana, next section is the brahmana. That is connected with the household life. So household life is connected with brahmana. What is there? There is ritualistic thing. Worship, different kinds of homa, yajna, all these are fire sacrifice, all these are there. Some ritualistic thing, because household people, they do the ritualistic thing. Then the third section is connected with the superannuated men. Most of the devotees, they come here. They are slowly withdrawing themselves from the household work, household responsibilities. They are handing over their responsibilities to their next generation, and slowly they should, I don't know how many people are doing, but they should move towards spirituality. So without taking out, because they have seen the glamour and glory of this world. Now they are slowly withdrawing themselves, and slowly they are proceeding towards spirituality. So this is the third section, which is called Aranyaka. So here, actually at that time, their physical strength is going down and down. So everything is slowly coming in their mental. So in household period, they used to do the ritualistic, physical ritualistic worship. They ran here and there, and they organized the worship arrangement, etc., etc. But now they are worshipping, but mental worshipping. They are offering flowers, they are offering fruits mentally at the feet of God. So this is the mental kind of thing, slowly withdrawing that. This is the Aranyaka, isolated way. They are old, so they are little bit isolated from the the madding crowd of the society. So they are slowly withdrawing themselves. Now the last is the sannyasa. Sannyasa means withdrawing completely. So completely withdrawing from the society and involve oneself to the pursuit of divinity. So this is the fourth section, is connected with four Vedas. The last section, which is called the Upanishad, the last section. And that is actually what we are studying. Swamiji said, go back to Upanishad. Swamiji emphasized this Upanishad part, because Upanishad is the knowledge, is the rationality. So Upanishad is very important in our life. So that is the Upanishadic age. Slowly, slowly, these Vedic rituals, ultimately you see the huge Vedic rituals, means the Brahmana, that came into our modern worship. You can find that. So it is difficult. The ages are changing. Everything is changing. So in this changing situation, everything is according to the situation. So the point is that everything is changing. So the thing now, in this period, what Swami Vivekananda said, that we have to emphasize on the Upanishad. So this is the Upanishadic period. So in this way, pre-Vedic period, Vedic period, Upanishadic period, post-Upanishadic period. What is the post-Upanishadic period? Post-Upanishadic period is the Purana. What are the Puranas? Puranas are the Mahabharata, Ramayana. These are the Puranas. Bhagavata Purana, lot of Puranas are there. So these are kind of mythological stories. In a lucid way, the situation changes. Everything is changing. So in the changing situation, how to cater, how to broadcast their spirituality. So they found that this is the way in which we can broadcast. See, in your age you can find that slowly computer came. When you were young, you have never heard about anything computer. Then computer entered, okay? Now after computer, internet entered. We did not have any concept about internet. Internet entered. And now AI has entered. So everything is changing. So that is why here also changed. So the mythology came, Purana came. So this is the chronology of the chronological progression of things. Now, in the Upanishad, I will start from the Upanishadic period. So the title of my talk this morning is Spiritualistic Monism in Upanishads. So in Upanishad, how we can find the spiritualistic monism. Monism means, the oneness. Oneness, mono means one, oneness of existence. Duality means two. So this is the thing. So what is the spiritualistic component in Upanishad we can find? And obviously, Veda means, it does not mean the Veda only broadcast monism, only Advaita Vedanta. Veda doesn't mean only Advaita Vedanta, oneness. Vedas has duality, Vedas has bhakti. A beautiful book is there written by Swami Tapasyanandaji. He wrote that book, Devotional School, Devotion in Advaita Vedanta. So there are devotion. You see, our Shankaracharya, he composed lots of devotional hymns. So there are devotion, no doubt about that. So what happened actually, we will start from the Upanishadic age and Shankaracharya. Obviously, why Shankaracharya is so important and connected with Upanishad and Veda, etc., etc. Because, as I have mentioned, Vedavyasa, he organized the Veda. So he has tremendous contribution towards the Veda. Similarly, Shankaracharya has tremendous contribution in Upanishads mainly, because we found that Shankaracharya wrote the commentary. Upanishads are there, but it is so obscure, it is very difficult to understand. You could understand that. It is boring. Means if you see only oneness, that is that. Only like a symbolic word, they are explaining everything. That is that, this is that. What is that? So, Shankaracharya actually explained, and here is also some contribution, invaluable contribution, extremely valuable contribution of Swami Vivekananda. He also brought it down in our stage, and he gave more emphasis. Swamiji and Sri Ramakrishna also gave more emphasis on the spirituality section, the connectivity between philosophy and spirituality. Till Shankaracharya, Upanishads were the intellectual jugglery. It is not that Shankaracharya was not spiritual. Definitely he was spiritual. But during Shankaracharya's time, the intellectual height was so high, and he addressed that point of view. So modern time, it is extremely difficult to understand that kind of high level philosophy. So the point is that Vivekananda came in between, and he emphasized the spirituality. He actually moved from intellectuality to spirituality. He connected Upanishad with spirituality. That is his extremely great contribution. So, what Shankaracharya famous connected to Upanishad, is Shankaracharya commented on major 10 Upanishads. So 10 Upanishads, it is called major. There is no major and minor Upanishads. All Upanishads are important. But they are called major, only the major word is used to understand that these are commented by Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya commented on 10 Upanishads, but there are few Upanishads. The intellectuals, they said that Shankaracharya also commented on other Upanishads also. So this is a little bit yes, maybe no, difficult to understand. But 10 Upanishads for sure. And these are Isha, Kena, Katha, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Oitoryo, Toitoryo, Shetashvatara, Chandogya, and Brihadaranyaka. Some say that Shankaracharya also commented on Prashna Upanishad. But in this list I cannot find that. And maybe, may not, I don't know. But however, this is the Upanishadic age, and these early Upanishads, these are the mainly from Rig Veda what Upanishad came. These all Upanishads I named here, they are connected to 4 Vedas. And there is like Yajur Veda, you know. So there is Krishna Yajur Veda also. There is Shukla Yajur Veda, there is Krishna Yajur Veda. So the Yajur Veda is also divided into 2 sections. So this Rig Veda is the oldest one. So Rig Vedas, actually the early Upanishads were composed between 1000 BC to 500 BC. That is the period when it was composed. And Rig Veda, almost all the Vedas, they spoke only one thing, and it reflected in Upanishad that one reality, Ekam Sat. This is the Sat means existence. Ekam, one. Ekam means one. The Ekam Sat, this is the one, which spoken, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. That is the verse from Rig Veda. It is very famous verse, and that is the basic, actually the bedrock of Hinduism and bedrock of Veda and Upanishad, everything. Ekak Sad Vipra Bodha Vadanti. So the reality, that is one reality, one Ekam Sat, that is the existence, which is spoken in various ways by the sages. Many people spoke it in various ways. That is the diversity. The Upanishads call it Brahman, this one thing. And here is the relation. Here is the crack. It is not that this oneness was only spoken by Veda or Upanishad. It is not that. Many Western philosophers, they spoke on this oneness. I don't know, definitely Max Muller was familiar with the Veda, but obviously these philosophers, Western philosophers, were connected with Veda or the Indian philosophies, but whether they are influenced or not, I have no connection, maybe, may not. But they spoke about the oneness. I would refer a little bit, and I shall refer what is the difference between the Upanishadic oneness and the Western philosophers' concept of oneness. So, this oneness, actually many Western philosophers, here is the main line, that is Atman and Brahman are same and one. Here is the connection. So what is the Brahman? Brahman is the oneness of existence, cosmic oneness, universal oneness. So Brahman is the highest one, the universal thing. But Atman is individual thing. So there is, and that is also one. So if Brahman is one, and Atman is one, can there be only one? So we are calling it oneness of existence. Here is the brain, here is the logic. So how two things can be one? Is it possible? It is possible only when these two things are same and one. Then only. If I say, you are there, I am here, we are one. How can we be one? You are an individual, I am an individual. How can we be one? We are one only when we will become same. There will be no difference. Then only I will become the one with you. So that is the thing. The Atman and Brahman are one. This is the extremely important thing you cannot find in any other philosophical school of the world. They said everything is one, but what is that one? What is the connection of that one with me? They were unable to show this connection. I don't say they did not know that. Probably they know. But there were lots of restriction. I think because of that also, because the Christianity was extremely powerful at that time, So Christianity did not allow probably them, we know the Socrates, we know they were killed actually, the Socrates and Aristotle, they were punished. So because of all these things. So actually the point is this Atman. So how I can connect it with this universe? This is wall, this is universe. How I am connected with this? I will say from a distance, the whole philosophical basis of this world based on this concept. What is the connection between me and this world? Different theories have been developed on this particular aspect. Only this particular aspect. And the second thing is that how I am thinking, how knowledge is coming, how I am perceiving myself. That is the second stage of observation. These two levels of observation based on philosophy and all religions differ from this aspect. How are we related with that? In Advaita Vedanta, there are different schools. And these different schools, they all accept Atman and Brahman are one. Everything is one. But how? How Atman and Brahman is related? Is it the reflection? Reflection is one kind of doubleness. Is it the reflection? Is it kind of nothingness? So that is the question. How is it related? And all the different philosophical schools developed on this aspect. Now, but see, I am going through Buddhism, I am going through Spinoza, Hegel. You can find Spinoza, Hegel, even Buddhism, they accept oneness of existence. Generally we say that Buddhism does not accept the concept of Atman and the oneness of existence, but one school is there in Buddhism. There are different sects of Buddhism. The Mahayana, Theravada, Vijnanavada, these are the different schools of Buddhism. And one of them is called Yogacharya. And in one school, the Mahayana, they are divided into three. Then Theravada, they are divided into three. Vijnanavada. So they are divided into three. The different schools of philosophy. So one school of philosophy is called Yogacharya. And obviously the Yogacharya is the name of some founder, so master. So they came forward with that. See, this Yogacharya school actually accept the consciousness. Buddhism accept the consciousness, though, but in a different form. Buddhism also accept the word Atman, but this Atman is not similar to the concept of Atman of Vedanta. Completely different. So the Yogacharya schools, they hold the consciousness. But see, Atman equal to Brahman is not there. So only absent is Atman is Brahman. See, certain schools such as Yogacharya hold that consciousness is the sole reality. Oneness is the sole reality. Brahman is the sole reality. Consciousness is the sole reality, and that there is no true separation between subject and object. So there is no separation, so there is oneness. Yogacharya accepts the oneness of existence, no difference between subject object, and one reality, one sole reality. But who is the subject, who is the object? Is there Atman in the subject? Buddhism doesn't accept that. So what use if two chairs, subject object is two chairs are similar? What is use of that? What is my connection with this? So this is the point. Second, Spinoza, same thing. See, God and nature are a single. Nature means this world, and God is the divinity, So this are a single, infinite substance, a form of pantheistic spiritual monism. I shall explain what is pantheistic. So, see, where is the subject? So God and nature are one. So then we are nature. What is the definition of human being then? Individual. Are we nature? Spinoza is a little bit obscure here in this particular aspect. Then see Hegel. Hegel also, same thing, developed an idealistic monism, where all reality is the process of absolute spirit becoming self-consciousness. Wonderful. Everything is one and self-consciousness. But what is the connection with God and me, or the absolute and me? Only this, but even Kant. I missed here Kant. Kant also say oneness of existence. Categorical imperative. Kant used the term categorical imperative. The oneness of existence. We call it Brahman. Kant used the categorical imperative. That is there. But what is the connection with that categorical imperative to me? It is never said Atman is equal to Brahman. Categorical imperative is you. God and you are same. Never. So how can I find my ground? That means world is different, universe is different, I am different. So when there is two, lot of problems arises. Here comes this spirituality. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, everything in our life generates from the concept of two. First, fear. Fear generates from two. If two persons are there, there is fear. Fear, jealousy, hatred, competition. Everything generates from two. Even if you see your shadow at night, you are afraid of that. It becomes scary. So everything generates from the concept of two. Good and bad. So if there is two, there is good and bad. There is good and evil. So that's why Swami Vivekananda said, here comes Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda said, don't compare what is good, what is bad. And you can find, at one point something is good, in another place that is not good. In one religion, one thing is good, in another religion, that thing is not good. In one religion, multiple marriage is accepted. In some religion, multiple marriage is not accepted. In one school or in one race, the food items are allowed. Some special food items are allowed. And in one race, some food items are not allowed. So place, race, color, creed, religion changes. Time, space and causation changes. So how can you say which one is right? Everyone is saying that ours is right. So there is a problem. So problem comes from two. That is what they say. So no problem. That is why Swamiji says that go beyond this duality. No good, no evil. Go beyond good and evil. Don't compare. We don't want good, we don't want evil. We are what we are. If you seek good, you have to accept bad. Can you filter? Where there is good, there is bad. If there is duality, you have to accept duality. Can you accept only day, no night? You want the whole day will be the day only, the sunlight. There will be no night. We cannot. If we accept the day, we accept the night. It is the nature's law. If we accept good, we have to accept the bad. That is nature's law. So that is why Swami Vivekananda said, go beyond that. And everything is oneness. Here is the strength of Advaita Vedanta. No religion in this world can show that. There is duality. There is good and evil. And there is a fight everywhere you can see. Satan. There is a fight between good and evil, and ultimately good definitely win. So this is the situation. So go beyond that. That is Vedanta is saying. Now, the concept of God. The Brahman is there. Then how the God and goddesses, thousands of God and goddesses, how it is coming? See, Brahman is the universal thing. So everything is in Brahman. Now, when we consider Brahman in perspective of this world, through this world, if we see Brahman, then that is called God. So Brahman, in reference to universe, Jagat, is called God. So Brahman is God only but connected with the universe. In Brahman, there is no connection with the universe. Brahman is one and one. That's all. When we think Brahman, that we are human beings, we are living in this world, and we are thinking Brahman, so it is in connection to Jagat, in connection to this universe, we are thinking Brahman, so then it is becoming God. And the characteristics are changing. How it is changing? The Brahman is non-attribute. It has no, it only existence, Sat. Electricity. Electricity is the best example of what I think. Electricity. Do you think electricity has any characteristics? It has no color. It has nothing else. So only when it is connected with the fittings, then only we can understand there is the electricity. Exactly in the same way, Brahman only existence, we cannot understand anything. So when it is connected with Jagat, when it is becoming God, then we can understand that. So what God is doing? God is creating things, sustaining things, destroying things, and afterwards, all the forces, we put one God on the top of all the forces. Forces means the wind, there is a God of wind. Fire, there is a God of fire. Wealth, there is a goddesses of wealth. Knowledge, there is a goddesses of knowledge. So we put all the God and goddesses on the top of all the forces. But all these God and goddesses are connected, only one Godhead, that is Brahman. So first Brahman and Atman is one, and then all the forces, God, only one Godhead. This is the difference also. Nowhere you can find, in the world religion, you can find that there are different God and goddesses, 1,000 God and goddesses, but only one Godhead. You cannot find that. This is speciality. So this is the concept of God. So this is generally this God who is the creator, who is the sustainer, they call it capital G. And the smaller one means fire God, wealth God, knowledge God, they write it the small g. But all are one Godhead. So this is the relation between, and this is called personal God. So the small g, which is called the personal God. Personal, what does it mean, personal God? Personal means my personal thing. So Kali, Durga, they are God and goddesses. You can understand that they are God and personal. Personal means like a human being, like individual, connected with individual. My preference is Durga, so I worship Durga. My preference is Shiva, so I worship Shiva. This is a personal God. But this personal God actually connected with the capital God, who is the equivalent to Brahman in perspective of, from the frame of reference of the world, and then Brahman. So this is the structure, the concept of Vedanta. This is the basic of Vedanta. Now I come to the last point, and that is the relation. This is the actually spiritual monism. And then I shall come to the last point, that is how it is connected with spirituality, especially based on Swami Vivekananda, what he said, and what benefit we can get from out of it. So, I have mentioned that all philosophical difference comes between the relation of Atman and Brahman, and this world and Brahman. This is the whole package. How they are related. So God is completely different, and this world is completely different. That is that. I shall use two terms, okay? One is called immanent, one is called transcendent. So the transcendent means beyond our senses, what we cannot assess through our senses. It is beyond our senses. Means through senses we cannot see that, we can feel that, we can experience that, but we cannot touch that, we cannot feel that. That is called transcendent, which is beyond our five senses. There are so many things. You may ask this question, that is there anything which we cannot see? Yes, there are things. What is that? Take the example. It is said that dog, cat, these animals, they can see owl. Owl can see at night. So they can see very fine frequency, what human being cannot see. Human being cannot see at night, but cat, dog, owl, they can see at night. Why? Because they can catch that dark frequency in their eyes. So what we see, what is the range of our five senses, that is not enough. Beyond that range, there is a huge thing, what we cannot perceive, what we cannot do. Certain frequency we can hear through our ears, but after that we cannot hear. So there are a huge range of it. Now the point is, what that is called transcendental, which we cannot assess through our five senses. That is called transcendental. And the immanent means what we can, this is the world, what we can see, what we can touch, what we can do. So there are few theories came in this perspective. That is, the first one is called deism. And I think you know the Nirguna Brahman and etc. etc. This quality of, there are two types. God is the Saguna Brahman, you know. And the highest Brahman is the Nirguna means, Guna means the attributes, qualities. The first Brahman doesn't have any quality. It cannot create, it cannot sustain, it cannot destroy, it cannot give punishment, only existence, I mentioned. So that is in Sanskrit called Nirguna. Guna means all the qualities. So Nirguna means no guna. So it is a beautiful verse is there. Kono gun nai jar kopale agun. It is Bengali expression. So very good ancient poem. It is said, Je kono gun, I shall translate it. Kono gun nai jar kopale agun. Shiva. It is mentioning Lord Shiva. So Kono Gun Nai means it is like Brahman. So Shiva is Brahman. Kopale Agun, Kopal is the forehead. Fire on the forehead. Fire on the forehead is the third eyes. Third eyes is the fire of the, you know. He says that how Shiva is explained in this way. Kono Gun Nai Jar Kopale Agun. So there is no attributes, that means he is like Brahman. And Kopale Agun means the forehead, there is the third third eyes. So in this way, Shiva has been explained in one place. So deism is God is transcendent. So these people, they understand God is there, I am here. I am immanent in this world, God. We never touch God. God is always different. So what is the problem of these things? Then we think that God behaves like a human being. Swamiji raised this question. If God punishes the evil, and if God prefers the good people, then what is the difference between human being and God? Human being also does the same thing. Then what is the difference between the human being and God? If there is preference and non-preference in God, then what is the difference between human being and God? All human beings, they like good. So this is the difference. If there is deism, the transcendental, always you are there, I cannot touch you, I only pray, I only give, there is no connection. So how can I develop my spiritual elevation? How could we know that we are proceeding towards the spirituality? At one point there must be the connection. In our dualism, it is the same concept. The God is there, I am here. I am praying God. And this prayer, worship, meditation, these are nothing but to proceed towards God. And ultimately, in devotional worship, we are surrendering at the feet of God. We are becoming one with the God. But in deism, we cannot find that. The second thing, just opposite of deism, which is called theism. So theism, God is immanent, not transcendent. God is here with us. No transcendent. God is with us. That is called theism. So if God is with us, then where is the spiritual component? There must be the spiritual component, you know. God is immanent. And what kind of immanent? God is table, chair, everything. Yes, that is fine. But what is the spiritual importance? What is connection with us? Am I table? Am I chair? They said no. So how can it be? This connection is very important. God and me. It is absent in many other religions. Unless you are connected with divinity, how you can do this? How you can progress? This point is very important. Then, God is immanent in the world. He transcends the world. He both transcend and immanent. So this is, God is transcendental and immanent, the Vedantic concept. God is transcendental and immanent both. Like Vedanta says, you know, God, Brahman is there and Brahman is here also. This wall is also Brahman, that is also Brahman. So God is immanent in this world, God is there. So both are the transcendental and immanent. The world is in God, but God is not world. World is inside God. So that is that. And the world is God. So God is not world. This is pantheism. So pantheism means God is immanent and God is transcendental. Okay, everything is okay? Hello, everything is okay? If not, somebody can drive. So God is immanent and God is transcendent. So these two things will be there. So this is called pantheism. And another is called panentheism. God is inside us, inside individual. God is inside everything. One is God is outside, God creating by His will. This is Christianity. God is in the world. God is not the tree, but God created tree by His will. God is immanent, but God is not that. This is actually pantheism. And then panentheism is God created these things and God inside that. Tree is also God. Tree is also God. I am also God. And God created us. So this is the idea. So there are four concepts. God is transcendent, not immanent. God is transcendent and immanent. There are two sections. And God is immanent but not transcendent. These are the four concepts are there. The relation between God and this world and human being. So ours is actually not panentheism also. Because in panentheism, one Godhead, not the other. Speciality is one Godhead. This is all philosophy. But what is the spirituality? What benefit we can get from here? The benefit we can get from here, I mentioned last Sunday. A beautiful verse is there in Kena Upanishad. Atmani Vindate Birjam. Our Ranganathananda ji was very fond of that verse. Atmani Vindate Birjam means Atman gives us strength. Atman gives us strength. That is the bedrock of. Swami Vivekananda made the bedrock of this verse. What is the bedrock? Swamiji says, in all our crises, in all our problem, in all our calamities in our life, only one thing is unchangeable, pure, always exactly the same, and the source of our everything, and that is Atman. So, if we can connect with that, if we can feel we are that, then we can have everything. Courage, strength, knowledge, love, freedom, everything. So that is the source of everything, unchangeable. Everything in this universe are changing. In this situation, all are dependent on situation. Only one thing is independent of situation, and that is Brahman or Atman. Because Brahman and Atman are same. So if we can find this unchangeable, there is no change. Stable. So if we can understand that, if we can realize that, if we can become, it is becoming. It is not seeing, it is becoming. If we can become that, then we can get. Here is the spirituality. Swami Vivekananda only said these things, these 5 things actually. Swami Vivekananda said, and morality, obviously the morality. Swamiji, based on this Atman principle, that is the contribution of Swami Vivekananda. The theory of morality, the theory of courage, the theory of strength, the theory of love, the theory of these things. So when you show your courage, if you have some bank balance, you have some courage. If you have tremendous strength in your body, there is some courage. So you have some kind of resources. So you will be strong, you will be courageous enough. What is the strength? The strength will come from this. You are that which is unchangeable. In any situation it will not change. And there is no death also. It is eternal. There is no death, no decay. Eternal. If we can understand that again and again, this body may decay, that is okay. That means we are living in the body. If we just shift our concentration, our focus, our consciousness, and connected it with a little bit higher level to that, or God, because God is Saguna Brahman is same, Atman. If we connect with God, who is identical with us, we can change our life. This is the spirituality. So philosophy becomes spirituality. And here is the contribution of Swami Vivekananda. Any question? No question. Okay. I have taken time. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkham Apnuat Sarvastarotu Durgani Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyatu Sarva Sadbuddhimapnotu Sarva Sarvatra Nandatu Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuat Shantamucchete Bandhebhyo Muktoschanyan Vimochayet. May all be happy. May all enjoy good health. May all see happy events. May all be freed from miseries. May all be freed from dangers. May all realize what is good. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. May all rejoice everywhere. May the wicked become virtuous. May the virtuous attain tranquility. May the tranquil be free from bondages. May the freed make others free. May the Supreme Spirit, the presiding deity of all sacred activities, be satisfied. For He being pleased, the whole universe feels satisfied. Om, peace, peace. Peace be unto you all. So as usual, we have few announcements. 3 announcements. 15th November, please remember, at 3 p.m. In this Presbyterian Church. Please inform your family, friends and acquaintances so that they will come. It's a very good program we are expecting. And the second point is that here is like last year, here is a box, the giving tree box. The cards are here, $25, means maximum $25. So you can take in the wish card is there. So some toys and these things are written here for the people. For the old people also, for the young people, but maximum $25. So please, if you wish, then please buy something and drop it there, and we shall give them to them. So this is the second point. And the third point is on Thanksgiving Day. As usual, we have spiritual half-day retreat on Bhagavad Gita at San Jose. So that is on 15th chapter, the Purushottama Yoga. So please register, because that's a potluck kind of thing. So we can understand that how many people are coming on Thanksgiving Day. Thank you very much. As usual, tea and coffee will be served, which will be followed by Prasad lunch. Thank you. Next Sunday, we do not have class, because Saturday we will have the program, a big program.